Oh my God. Reading the comments on the chat, or it's gold, man. If you're not into this chat, if you're not on it, and if you're not in the on the inside baseball and the things, man, you're missing out. It's a lot of fun. How you guys doing, Peasant Chat? Today we're talking more street racing bullshit, general shit talking with poor people that Uber to races. Now, we all saw Desert 1320's video of the reason, perfect timing. We've been talking about it all week about people that have money in the game or got skin in the game, and then they get out of hand and it becomes a fight and it's not clear where the finish line is. A chase is a race, arm drop bullshit. You know, I'm done. I've already told you guys, I'm done. Street racing, the rules constantly change. Excuse me, they constantly change, they constantly evolve. And even in that video, if you go over to Desert 13, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show the video. Why? There's like assault happening. And I don't want to. YouTube is weird. You start showing violence on YouTube, they're liable to pull your shit, right? I don't know how Desert 1320 got it and didn't get called on it, but I remember I showed a video of a guy at a gas station get his ass kicked. You remember the video? The guy was like, "Oh, New York, I'm from fucking New York." And this big fat white guy just fucking fucked him up from the back. And I got a strike on that video, meaning 3 strikes you're out. Basically showing violence, and they were not fucking around. So Desert 1320 had a race of a small tire Fox versus a big tire Chevelle. Okay, they both agreed to race, right? They both agreed to race, so there is no handicap. You agreed to race. Okay, so there's money, but nobody discusses the finish line. And then the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life is a chase is a race. Meaning you win a race by not racing. Meaning if the guy jumps and you don't move, you win, which is contrary to your natural instinct. If a guy goes, you're going to get after him. You know how hard of a thing to do is to sit your ass down when someone jumps, and you don't know how much they jump by, so you're not going to guess, oh, they only jump by a little. Nah. So when Desert 1320 said, we're doing this old school, like we used to do back in the day, arm drop chases a race. Bye-bye. 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 I was done right then and there. I was like, oh, that's old school? Because old school to me is you jump, you rerun it. You jump, you rerun it. If you got money in the game, you jump, you rerun it till there's a clean lick. That's old school to me. If y'all arm drop, one guy jumps, the other guy usually goes, did I jump? And they're honest about it. They go, yep, I jumped. Let's rerun that shit because I want a clean race to know who has the faster car. But no, nowadays it's like, all right, let's flip on the lane. Okay, I bet. Flip on, I got left lane. Let's flip on the flagger. Let's flip on which arm I take off in. Let's flip on chase is a race. Let's flip on if you cross in front of me, you lose. If you cross behind me, it doesn't matter. I'm done. And in that video, it's a 2-part video, there's some guys knuckling up, throwing gang shit around, and I'm like, I'm done, man. I'm done. I didn't want to even show the video because I think I'll get a copyright. Not copyright. I'll get a YouTube like violence strike because there is legit beatdowns of obviously, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but if the people that were getting their ass beat were a little bigger, I guarantee these motherfuckers won't be doing that shit. So yeah, it was sad. Let's be honest. That video was so fucking sad to me to watch because there were people in those videos I respected from afar. And I'm like, wow, okay, they're running shit right. But then that whole video just kind of tore that apart. Emotions, money got involved, and I don't want nothing to do with it. So y'all Cali guys, congrats and everything. In that lane. And you're done. E. King, Clean 93, Darren Harper, J. Flo, Douche did it. Mr. Turviate, Coyote Kelly, Cinnamon 89, Andrew Martin, Coyote Kelly, Monty 540, Candice Page, Brandon M, Fresh Pastelazo, Fresh Pasteles. 2000 MCR, JD Swag, one of the mods, Wesley Stewart, Philip Falsenthal, Jared Wells, My Truth Slays, Boostly. We got Salman Mackey, Dougie Trey, tu padre. Matt 2011 GT, Mini Bike Madman, loving Mr. He must have been mad that Wesley Stewart wants to slow his car down to 850 to be drivable. He must be like, no. Miguel Salazar, no tengo turbo, says, yo, Ken, Road Rage, underrated. James and Jay already talked about him. Candace Page, Jerry Lang, DSM Fury, Darwin Gomez, TBE King, Coyote Kelly. Okay, guys, so apparently this thing is fucking up. It's like choppy. I don't know why, but I'm not running anything else. I'm not running any other programs. Let me look. Let me see if there's any other programs running on right now that's making this thing slow down. It's saying it's buffering. It's fucking OBS. OBS Studio. Yeah, it's OBS. OBS is hogging 50+%, 60+%. Jesus Christ. We're just going to have to just not move it all that much. Okay, so we got Mr. Turuviate giving us a end of the year update. Boy, this guy's great. This guy is just awesome. So let's listen in on what's new. Just like that, everyone's like, let me refresh. That's a good idea. Let me refresh my browser because it could be that. Yeah, it says it's not receiving enough, and I have fucking $300 a month internet, and apparently it's not receiving enough. So we'll see if this thing decides to be good. So I guess we got Mr. Brian Turuviate. Says end of 2021 update. Let's see.
So I'm making a quick upload, kind of get y'all up to speed. I know.
Where you from? There's a lot of things that I'm looking at that I have questions, but it's all good.
Some people have been asking about update video.
Who?
And this.
Who? Which one? Which one of you motherfuckers asked him to do an update? Which one of you motherfuckers asked him to do an update?
This is what I got so far. So here's the damage.
Oh fuck!
It's rather unfortunate.
What the fuck did you hit? Turuviate, what did you hit? I don't know what you hit, dude.
Car still runs, starts, sort of drives because I'm doing something else. The car.
Why was the hose on the overflow tank red? Hey, Mr. Turuviate, why is this red? What? Oh, is that like from a junkyard and they just like, I don't know.
Sort of drives because I'm doing something else.
Ah, damn.
Car runs.
That's just junk.
It drives. Pretty much everything works.
Woo.
Except it doesn't have a radiator.
Radiator. Where the fuck are you from? Radiator.
But I mean, the shock towers are straight. It didn't hit anything.
Wow. You know, the nice thing is that crossover pipe you made that you welded it with a stick welder, that must have held up nicely.
Yeah, nothing made contact. So hoses, fix my intake. Definitely need a new coolant reservoir.
You need a whole new car, dude. Come on, Turvy. Get that thing out of there. It's over. It's absolutely over. It's done.
It's over, Johnny.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing.
Oh, shit.
You just don't turn it off.
Oh, man.
I don't think I
Okay, guys. So, can anyone identify these
ever
tires?
showed the wheels that were on my car.
The Super Steel 595s. Look at the red center cap. You're missing a lug nut. Bro, what are the Super Steel 595s? What are those? What are those? It reminded me of this. Oh, fuck. What are those? Super Steel 595, son. GT 500. He's missing lug nuts.
Car, but these are American Muscle.
Look at the curb rash on the seat. What the hell did you do? What did you...
10 GT 500 wheels.
Wheels.
with the 8mm spacer.
And with the curb rash and the super steel 595
on a 275 40 ZR18.
ZR.
These are on the fronts.
Oh.
There's some massive ass tires compared to my old ones. And I will...
wait. There's so many things to dissect on this video. All right, what? Did a tornado run through Pasadena? Like,
there's some massive ass tires compared to my old ones.
Yeah,
and I will put a picture showing those off.
Whoa! The super steel 595s. What are those from? I've never heard of them shits. I like the editing though. It's good. I like the massive front tires. Oh, I mean, good on you, bro. Good on you.
Change out my differential and my gears.
Why, bro? Why? Did you look at the front end?
However, I am stuck on this damn bolt.
He stripped it. Dude, he stripped the shit out of that bolt. It went from an 8mm to like, I don't know.
Used a...
Do not say pliers. I just heard the clicking in the background. Please don't tell me you used pliers on that bolt. Turvy.
Used a bolt extractor tool.
What?
And the sucker is extra round now. Awesome. I'm gonna have to cut the old differential out.
He got one of them no quema cut haircuts, right? He's got one of them no quema cut. Let me look it up. No quema cut. He's got one of these no quema cut haircuts images. Yeah. He definitely has a no quema cut haircut. I love you, Turvy. Oh, fuck. He's the man.
It's like a really dumb idea, but it's all I got because it's contaminated in there and I can't take it out. So,
bro, you need tools. I will send you tools. Whatever you need, man. You tell me what you need. I'll send you tools. But
cut it out. And I have a Detroit True Track going in and a different gear ratio. Okay. I won't say any numbers.
Oh, that's super secret. What do you think the V6 is going to benefit from, Turvy? Let me see. 180 horsepower. What did the 2006, I don't know, 2003 V6 Mustang, Johnny. Horsepower.
It's over. Nothing is over.
Right.
Nothing.
So you
just don't turn it off.
You have 193 flywheel horsepower. Let me ask you, what is the best gear ratio for that car?
My car is an absolute mess. Please do not roast me.
No, it's all, you. Please, you posted it up. What is that big electrical sign? Oh, wow. What's the E for electricity?
I made this switch panel all wired up.
I could tell.
I put in a 12 feet.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what, though? I'll give you this. I love the fact that you try. I love the fact that I wouldn't try this. I'm going to be honest with you. I would never try wiring anything because I hate wiring. I hate everything to do about wiring. I'm just going to work really hard and take it to a professional and let him do it. But on a real note, I should make this my screenshot. I appreciate that you try. Because most people wouldn't even try. So good on you, man. Good on you. Seriously.
Fuse box.
Bit Papa says, this guy's probably dead already.
Although I want to make mine myself. It's pretty tin can right now. Whenever I parked the car, crashed. It did still have my headliner sun visors in. This is recent. But I took out my quarters.
Why?
It's super tin can right now. And
he's got a cage.
I'm gonna be doing the interior on this thing, but I got to do the exterior first.
What?
So little by little, I'm coming in.
I'm telling you, Turvey, I love you. If you got a credit score of 650, and about $2,000, you might be able to get yourself into an early Gen 3 or a late Gen 2. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my fucking heart. You are absolutely wasting your time on this car. Obviously, we know that. We all know that. Everyone in the chat knows that except Turvey, because he is in that zone of needing to do things himself. I appreciate that you want to learn. This car, I hope it's paid for. This car is paid for, Turvey. Put this in the back burner. Get about $2,000 and a fucking shit-ass credit score. You're going to have a kind of a high payment. But that car will absolutely be a spaceship. A spaceship. Even a S197, 2014 S197 will feel, drive, act like a spaceship compared to this tremendous money pit. Not only money pit, it's a labor pit. It's a labor pit. All you're going to do for the rest of your 20s. Listen, you're probably 25, 26. For the rest of your 20s, this thing is never going to drive and look and feel as good as a 150,000 mile 2014 S197. Like not even close. Like not even close. But you want to go out there, start welding on shit, bro, hey man, more power to you. But I'm trying to give you some life advice. This is that dating channel, life advice. Get this thing out of, you don't have a 520 credit score. Stop it, to review out there. A 520? How do you get a 520? How can you get a 520? Can we please get Turvey a no fear shirt? I might send him a care package just to make him see the light. 520 credit score? How do you do that? How you'd have to default on everything. Like, I know people that have gone through foreclosures that don't have a 520 credit score. They're in the 620s or 650s. Scrap that project ASAP, says Angel Puerto Rico. Exactly. He is going to spend the rest of his life trying to make that car go. Let's finish it up. He's 80
I did try to cram this in there.
Why?
And I did know I had to cut the feet off a couple inches. But I actually want to mount it on this because I've seen some cars have that.
Why?
Right here.
Look at the
and it'll be an X-brace straight to the shock towers. Why? Instead of other people who put it on the wheel tubs.
Why?
So it's actually going to X-brace straight into the shock towers.
Why?
I do have my car cut up for side exhaust.
Oh.
The side skirt, I actually cut the metal away. And the pipes are going to go wrap around, come through, and actually exit like right here. I'm going to make new skirts for it and put a piece of aluminum.
Stop. Okay. I'm sorry. You need help. I mean, the stuff that you're talking about, the stuff that you're looking to do, one, that car does not need. There is no reason to put a roll bar on that car. It doesn't even run a 14-second quarter mile, no offense. I would be way more concerned about the wiring catching on fire than you having a roll bar in the car. It almost seems like you have a little ADHD where you're just like, oh, roll bar, oh, side skirts. Oh, you know who is like that? My brother. My brother's like that. My brother will get a Chevy S10 truck, get an LS motor, and tear it apart for no fucking reason. A running, driving LS motor. He will tear it apart, put new bearings in it for no reason, do a hand valve job on it, right? And then get it run, and it never runs the same as if it did when it came from the junkyard. Now it's fucked up. And then he'll put seats in it, he'll paint stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Buy a used S197 and you will be light years ahead of what you're doing now. He wants to flip it, says Sasquatch. He's going to die from the CO2. College was pointless. Then he went to college? Get out of here. This dude's got to be on the spectrum. How many years of college did you go? He didn't go to college. Stop it. What's with the battery? He wants to mount, aka weld, a roll bar and then X-brace it to the shock tower on a V6 Mustang that just got totaled. It is absolutely totaled. That car is literally worth $200 to $300 in scrap metal. And you are trying to put a roll bar in it. You're trying to wire it up. And just like Matt 2011 GT says, hopefully that wiring does catch fire and put that thing out of its misery. No, you know what he'll do? He'll then strip it to bare metal, build a makeshift rotisserie, sandblast the whole car, rattle can it with Rust-Oleum, and say, I'm going to do a complete rotisserie ground up restoration. I think I have his accent down. I think I'm going to do a whole ground up restoration on the car because I think that it's worth it at this point. The shock towers are still pretty good and everything else is still pretty tight. All I got to do is get a new front end, and I'm going to keep you guessing about the differential that's going to go on this car. I am going to keep you guessing because my fans, I'm not going to give it all away. It'll be a big reveal live unboxing of the gear ratio I get. Fast forward 3 weeks. Vertical video of him opening a box. Okay, guys, you all wanted to know what was the gear ratio that I was going to put in the car. AKA, does he have a name for the car? Does he have a name for the car? I'm gonna go, and you ready? Are you guys ready for the gear ratio reveal? 273s. Okay, don't make fun of me. So I got 273s for a couple of reasons. Number one, I can go 83 miles an hour in first gear. The Chevy C6 ZR1 can go 66. I can go 80. So he has to shift way before I have to shift. It was strategic. Also, I did the math, and the final gear ratio on the car is going to allow it to go 257 miles per hour faster than the Bugatti Chiron. So I have big plans. I really hope you stay in touch. I really hope you hit the subscribe and smash the like button, and we will get after it. He sounds Arab, everything. The accent changed like 5 times. Bro. Turvey, we need to name the car. Let's name the car. Huh? Let's name the car. Okay, throw some suggestions out there. I'll make a live, what do you call it? Survey. And then we'll name the car because we all here love Mr. Turuviate. This is the Peasant Chat, by the way. Turvey making Mexicans look bad. My Chevelle came with 273 gears. The car's name is Bucephalus. JD Swag. Bucephala. Why? Because it's a horse? Oh, this guy's a troll's troll. This guy is King Troll. Bucephalus. The great by overshine. What? Bucephalus, horse of the ancient world. Forget it. I'm just not even going to do a survey. He named it Bucephalus. Could you imagine? Cuck money. He called it cuck money. Cuck money. Hey, Iraq, it's cuck money. Cuck money. Here we go. Let's do it. What is B dot Turvy cuck money? Turvy car name. Cuck money? Cuck money's perfect. Bucephalus. Bucephalus. At option. Scrapyard. Good for nothing. It's a money pit. Get a V8. Yeah, cuck money. I think cuck money. Okay, we got two. Just two. So, ask community. Let me delete here. Yeah, it's going to be two. It's going to be either cuck money or Bucephalus. So there's a poll, and you guys can vote on it, and we'll see who wins. Cuck money or Bucephalus. He called it Bucephalus. Car name, Sejodio. Angel, Puerto Rico. The car name is Sejodio. Alexander the Great's horse. Well. Cuck money's too good. Cuck money, 96%. I think B Turvy was the only one that actually clicked on Bucephalus. What a name. Okay, guys, coming at you with another update on Bucephalus, right? I got the 273 gears installed, but they don't sell the plastic Speedo gear that I need. So what I did is I did some math, and then I started cutting teeth off, and now it's only 75 miles an hour off as opposed to 85 miles an hour off. So on the next video, we're going to take that Speedo gear out and keep chopping away at it until it actually meets the proper, dude. That guy graduated from Troll University with honors. Pippin since 1997 says, B can't afford a V8, especially the Gen 2 or Gen 3. 500 credit score is tough. Tesla testing a 750-mile range Model S Rivian, performing a new 22 Tundra in real life. It's over for ICE. Stop wasting money on heaps in your driveway. Save for an EV. I wouldn't do that because there is an innate nature, or there is a, you guys know that. You guys get to that age and you just need to build something. I did that in my early 20s. I thought, I gave a fuck about fabricating. And my old job as a millwright, I was able to, build some things, whether it be coupling guards, whether it be shields, whether it be brackets, whether it be adjustable jacking mechanisms for leveling. And I got that out of my system. And then in my 30s, I'm like, this is stupid. I hate this. I just want to make a lot of money. And there was no money in making one-off little parts. There's the only way you make big money is if you have a high demand for something. And then after I started making dumb videos because I was bored, I started seeing that there was a slight demand for comedy. And I was like, I could do this in my fucking sleep. That's no problem. Now, it took a lot of years to make money on it. Like money that I would say is legitimate money. But never again. You won't catch me doing any of that fabrication shit ever again. Car's got 456s. Why did you put 456s in a V6? Why did you put 456? And who put them on? You? Total nightmare. Bucephalus sounds like the new virus. Dodge will finance him. I believe it. If you can get a 392, aka that, I think that's the credit score. If you can get a 392 Charger. Look, the ghetto here, Riviera Beach, if you go in a little bit by the Popeyes next to the Metro PCS, I'm telling you, it's nothing. It's nothing but the shit that we talk about all the time.
Track hosts. They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast.
Everywhere. If they can get it, you can get it. I believe in you, sir. He cut second gear in half, so it's faster. Whew. All you need is a 392 for a Dodge. Deuce did it. I got a 498 score with a 2018 10R80 Lund tune saving for boost. Get out of here. How the hell do you get that low with 498? You have to physically try hard to fuck up your credit that bad. Alex, what welding processes did you use as a millwright? Mostly MIG. I did not use TIG. TIG is very precise and very aesthetically pleasing, and you can get in tighter spaces depending on the gun and the. But MIG. There was big gaps that I had to fill. So we had to do this stitching technique that had to fill the gaps. Like on a trailer, we had this trailer, had a good sized gap on it. We filled it on the backside and then we stitched it the rest of the way. And it was really cool to see how a small MIG gun can make fat fucking stacks just with a small gun, depending on the technique. It was really cool to learn that and to apply it. But I didn't care. I didn't become fascinated with welding. I didn't want to be better at welding. I just didn't care about that stuff. Just wasn't my thing. Tin Lizzie, because I wanted 410s and they weren't in stock. Yes, I did install myself. Watch next video. Oh, I'm going to watch the next video. Because installing gears is insanely intricate. I trust 2 people on the planet to do the gear install in my car. Donnie Renfro, Mike Chamberlain. That's it. I don't trust anybody else. It is specialty work. You have to have the right. If you didn't have the right tool to take that bolt out of the diff, the one that holds the pin, did you have the right stuff to check preload and the slack on the gear? He probably just put the liquid on. He goes, yep, looks good. Gonna get in the car, put it in drive. You're gonna hear a clunk. You're gonna hear a clunk. Clunk. What was that? Oh, it's just the gears wearing themselves in. Oh my God. Oh my God. We aren't fans, so stop telling us to watch the next video. If you can't take the hint, we're roasting you. I'm a fan. Hey, Jared Wells, I'm a fan. I need him to keep making videos. Pheasants to the front. Did you see the high school kid crashing his GT in a crowd in Sarasota? Got a link? I think I did see it. Again, yet another kid with a Gen 3 or Gen 2 S550 doing the 1-2. First of all, you have had to has disabled advanced track to get that out of control. Second of all, you can't be to the wood on a 1-2 shift and straighten out of it. You got to let off the gas. But that's the big issue I see people doing. They stay in it thinking they're just going to do this long fox body, beautiful, controllable fishtail and get out of it. And IRS has a mind of its own, especially when the wheels are turning at 80-something miles an hour and you're absolutely sideways. It's not going to catch. Jared, he's beyond hopeless. Dude's not even going to check the lash on the ring and pinion. That's what I'm saying, Mini Bike Madman. Weld gaps. I'm a welder by trade. Going to be noisy. I'm trying to find a good shop to get a full tub chassis for a 71 Dodge Dart. You're going to pay good money. There's, I could have Mikey do it, and I'm talking about Mikey doing it, but it can't take too long. I can't have the car down for like a year. So I'm going to see if I can have someone do the mini tub on the faster side. B Turvey received solid attention for his channel. That's what I want. Look, the guy is fucking a perfect, what do you call it? Reservoir of comedy. He's funny. I love it. Funny shit. I don't know if preload is perfect. I eyeballed everything. That's wrong. I triple checked everything and kept it super clean. It doesn't matter that you kept it super clean, Turvey. It doesn't matter that you have to check it with gauges. You gotta check it with gauges. You gotta shim and re-shim. It is not easy. Even guys that do it for a living sometimes have to do it a couple of times to get it right. It is very specific. It's similar to what a machinist has to do to set something up on a lathe, like an old school lathe. You know, not a CNC. You gotta check the run out. You gotta check preload. You gotta check everything is centered. You can't just bolt it on with the stuff that was in it with a different gear ratio and then put some goop on it and go, yep, looks good to me. No, can't do that. Now I know why it's called Peasant Chat. Thank you very much. How about the Viper splitting in half this week, killing the younger? What? Pat the one? Where is all this? Jesus Christ. Peasant Chat. Now I know why it's called Peasant Chat. B Turvey, you measure shims. You don't eyeball anything. You measure shims. What was the pinion depth? Forget it. Stop it, Matt 2011 GT. Stop it. Don't you need a fucking tool for that? A very specific tool for that you face across the flat side of the 8.8 and then you check the depth. Oh, he eyeballed it though. How did you check the pattern? Eyeballer. He used a spectrometer. Yes, setting lashes takes time. Everything has clearances. Now he's second guessing his install. I guarantee, B-Turvy, that shit is not installed right. I love you. You're going to ruin a set of perfectly good gears. You're going to have to get new shims. Did you get new fucking shims? Did you get new bearings? Did you get everything brand new? Or did you just slap shit on? I guarantee your shit is not set up right. I don't care what you think you know. There are people that do it for a living and they still have to do it, and redo it with all of the proper tools. You're not going to have a good time. Well, I reused the OEM pinion shims and a new crush leaf. Oh my God. Se acabó el party. That is going to howl. That's going to make a bunch of noise. You're basically going to sharpen those gears against each other because they're going to be riding all fucked up. No way you did it right. The good thing is you at least now have time to fuck the rear end. Get the front end fixed. Oh my God, just throw the car away. Anyway, I don't even know what to tell him anymore. I'm beyond baffled by Homeboy. B. Turvey woke up and chose stupidity today. John DiNapoli, he's not checking backlash. John DiNapoli, let me know if you're going to be around today so I can drop off the thing that Rami got you. I wasn't able to ship it, so I'll just drop it off at your house or something. As long as there's someone going to be there, I'm just going to take a ride, drop it off. No, I'm not going to talk to you. No, we're not going to hang out. No, we're not going to shake hands. I literally want to drop it off in your driveway and get the fuck out of there. Well, my backlash is on point. How do you know? The pinion looks good too. How do you know? Literally took it apart and checked the pattern after 3 adjustments. And yes, new bearings. I'm telling you, that thing is not right. Rest in peace, the 456 gear ratio. Rest in peace. It's going to wear like shit. It's going to howl. It's going to wear your gears down. You can have nice, sharp gears at the end of the day. I can hear it clunking in a turn right now. That diff is whining like a Hellcat. That gear will be trashed in less than 100 miles. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. He reminds me of Crazy Eyes, the movie Big Daddy. Yup, those gears look good to me. Burn it down. Turvey, how much to put gears in my car? Oh, could you imagine? If you were to supercharge a Gen 2 GT350, look, a normal question. Would you do twin screw or centrifugal? I feel like you could make a case for both. You can make a case for both. After experiencing the power delivery of a moderately boosted centrifugal, meaning not 10 PSI. Right now, my car's at 14. With Torco in the tank, and then I'm going to put C16 or C10 in it, and it's going to live on that, and I'll drive the truck. By the way, I finally got the 18 manifold in the truck. What a process. The initial process is a pain in the ass, but then when I had a bit of a leak at the map sensor, it took me 5 minutes to tear it all apart again. I'm like, okay, so it's just a matter of doing it a couple times and you'll get it right. So I did video. I'm going to hopefully finish up the video today with some draggy stuff after the gym and then go from there. He looked at it and swiped right. That's how he knew it looked good. Alex, ¿ya comiste tu tacos de chorizo? I Smell Butter says, the gears howling is race car stuff. Y'all just haters. Y'all ain't talented enough to eyeball hundreds of an inch. Says I Smell Butter. That should name the car Eyeballed It. For the love of God, stop. Be Turviate, you're going to die. Like, he wants to fix the front end. He wants to do the rear gear himself. He wants to install a cage and brace it up against the shock tower. You saw the wiring. You saw the caliber of skill and fabrication technique. And it's just not going to be a good look. Honestly, just buy something else. That thing is going to sound like, sound clip. Oh yeah, this is going to be his diff after he takes it up the street. Second gear. Third. Here comes third. And then fourth. And then... That's your gears after you eyeballed them together. Hey, Alex, would you go Sentry being better choice for a half-mile type shit? Yeah, because it's more of a top-end thing. Look, the Whipples make pretty good power up top, especially on the cammed Coyote, but the centrifugal just kind of keeps making power up top. And the lack of power down low, I guess you can use it as an excuse for traction control. Like, if the turbo stuff doesn't happen with the truck, I'm going to very briefly look into a big Vortex supercharger, some race-oriented supercharger, and maybe wastegate with a boost controller. So in case I tow, I can just set it to like super low boost and it wastegates everything. And when I'm racing, I can just give it, I want to pulley it for like 20 pounds and just wastegate, boost control, just like a regular boost controller would. But I don't want to do like a torque booster where I, on purpose, pulley it to death and then wastegate 10 psi, wastegate it so that it's 10 psi. No, I want an adjustable boost controller so that I have the option of being on 10 psi or 20 on the same setup via the boost controller. But again, I'm going to look at that briefly because if it's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of bullshit just to make a truck fast, I'll sell that fucking truck. I don't need that truck in my life if it's going to become another huge project. It needs to be pretty straightforward. I don't want to have to make any custom brackets. If Vortec doesn't have anything, then I'm going to bounce because I'm not going to go with Pro Charger. I'm not going to go with that Brock. I'm not going to go with Whipple. I'm not going to go with a TVS. I'm done with all that shit. My buddy bought a Mach-E, drove it around, and man, it was nice. Instant power, and for commuting, very nice. It is a very, very good truck, SUV. For commuting, that's what it's meant to be. It's not meant to be a race car. Coyote Kelly, you're an impatient one. I have to get it back from the shop first. What shop? Hard to do that with no wheels and other people's schedules. Still have to get a carb and ignition box. He's going to go carbureted? Oh, with the 352? Oh, that's going to be great. Alex's neighbor is like, what the fuck? Alex, are you liking the F-150? Is it growing on you? No, not really. I put the 18 manifold in it because I just wanted to see what it'll do. I'm going to test it out today. Now, Mike's Garage, if the thing runs a fucking 12.2, like if it's a half second quicker, which I don't think it'll be, then I'm going to be like, ooh, okay, let's see if we can make it go 11s. But I'm not going to go that. It's just going to be bolt-ons. Manifold, maybe headers. It needs a catback because it's too loud. And maybe not a lot of weight reduction. I don't want to reduce any weight on the truck. And if I can get into the 11s, awesome. That's cool. That's quick. An 11-second truck is quick. But honestly, aside from that, unless I find that Vortec makes a big badass centrifugal that can potentially make up to 1,000 horsepower, and then I can wastegate most of it with the boost controller, I'll sell it because I'd rather just have a dedicated tow rig like a Lincoln Navigator, something really fucking nice that I can daily around and be able to tow something in comfort as opposed to a single cab 4-wheel drive truck that's kind of useless. I need to go eyeball my tune. 352 and 1,000 CFM Dominator. I put together a wastegated Vortec YSI setup on my C5 and it worked great. B Turviate Racing, I'm biting my nails with all the suspense with your build. I will be more patient. Nice. Red eye is less than a cucked eye. Seeing a strobed out Mach-E pulling over people already. I'm seeing more Mach-E's in my college town. I might have to get in this sorority girl at the gym to take me in her GT. Looks pretty good. Alex going FBO with the truck. Yeah, unfortunately, it'll be a piece of shit FBO truck. But some guy asked me the other day, is cams considered a bolt-on? Or is it considered motor work? Well, technically it's considered motor work because you're putting cams in the thing. To put cams in a Coyote, guys, it's a fucking process. Balancer has to come out. The whole front assembly has to come out. The whole front timing chain cover has to come out. The chains has to come out. I mean, crank sprocket. I mean, everything. The phasers. You got to lay this all out on a table. It is a fucking process. So technically, I would say it's a bolt-on because you're not actually hogging the motor out. But you could make the case, you could definitely make the case that it is not it's motor work, not a bolt-on. Let me get rid of these. Hide the user. Oh, unhide. Interesting. Oh, Mr. JD Swag took care of it before I did. I got LASIK and my eyeballs are ported. Hey, Alex, how much for an eyeball tune? Interesting. Yeah, some person says, love face XYZ. Man, the best girls in the world. Love it. Yes, torque wrench. But you bolt them in, Alex. You do bolt them in. I mean, you bolt the supercharger on. And I made that case in one of the videos that I said, well, what is full bolt on? Because I think the term is so freaking stupid. Like, it's so freaking stupid. Just say you have, you have manifold headers and a cold air. If you say I'm fully bolted on, I'm going to assume Got a blower in that bitch. Cuck Money brought to you by Eyeball Racing. By the way, guys, we got 270 people on the chat, 163 likes. Let's get it up a little bit. If you haven't already hit the like button, hit the like button, please. It helps out with the algorithm. Insane Mustang in the house. Desert 1320 got to get Turvey a race once he's done. Oof. I wish I did cams when HPJ built my motor, but L&M cams are 3K and I wasn't rich. You got a 350 with a blower. Of course you're rich. You are rich. But why would you have gotten L&M cams? I think the stock cams on GT350s are fine. Is a Boss 302 worth it? Says DJ. If so, which year are you looking for an S197? I like the first year Boss, the 12. For some reason, it's just a cooler looking car. Don't get me wrong, the 13, and I think they made them in 14 also, if I'm not mistaken, are very attractive because of the front end. But for whatever reason, when I see a 12 Boss 302 like Dakotas, I think that's a really good looking car. I think that's just a really, really good looking car. JD with them fast fingers, ladies take note. I know you recommend, says Coyote, I'm in a cult, ultimate long tube headers. How do you feel about American Racing? ARH is a very good header. I've always said, guys, I bought a set of ARH 2-inch headers for the GT500. It wasn't cheap. But Rami Zaidan hooked me up. And I reached out to Ultimate Headers and I said, hey, do you guys make headers for S197 GT500? And he's like, no. I'm like, fuck. You know, if it was up to me, I would have gotten an Ultimate header, period. But they don't have them. I got American Racing 2-inch, and they're great. They're good. Them and Cooks are top dog shit. Ultimate Racing is just slightly better quality. If you see how their flanges are, you see their welds. It's pretty impressive. Who is hitting me up? Where's Tony? Tony's asleep, says Miss Cinnamon 89. Miss or Mister? The Pinion will give the ring gear the Canelo. That's what's gonna happen once he actually drives the car. The rear end is gonna say this.
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
So a lot of people sent me some shit on Instagram. So I want to make sure that these are links. John DiNapoli, Jim Gedney. Okay, that's something else. Mario. No, I thought these were the videos of the motherfuckers crashing, but Lund making wonders. No, I thought we were gonna have the video of the thing. Hey man, I'll be home all day. Okay, perfect, good. So I can drop off John DiNapoli's shit. Good shit. But yeah, I heard the thing going off, so I thought y'all sent me links to the Viper cutting in half. When did this happen? Rivian R1T has 11,000 tow capacity. Time to sell the F-150 tow rig. Fuck no, the Rivian's like $100,000, isn't it? Black Laguna Seca or Kona Blue is sexy. I like the silver and red. The silver and red Laguna Seca was badass because it was just so weird looking. I blew apart my ARH X pipe. Had to re-weld it back together. Happened a few years ago. I mean, I'll be selling a set of inch and 7/8 ARHs that are gonna get fixed where the EGR thing breaks all the time. What happened to the Texas trip? COVID. They started canceling a lot of things because of the Omicron variant. And I looked at flights and they canceled like fucking 300 flights. So that it's gonna happen another time. The MT82 happened. Dean Simmons. Hey mans, I'm getting an ESS G2 kit. I have long tubes, went BAP, and Detroit 95s injectors. Do you think I should get the crank sprocket and oil pump gears? Not necessary if you're going to stay 10 pounds and under, but if you want safety and you want a little extra added insurance, sure, what the fuck. But I don't think it's necessary if that's what you're asking. What's that smell? Burnt gear oil. Sasso, man. Sasso. Ms. Oh, we have a lady on the chat, guys. Time to go in there. So no, Tony is sleeping. He must be over there because I took him out for a long walk this morning. Sleep. That boy's sleep. He loves his little bed. Stainless works are nice, as Douche did it. To my understanding, pinion preload is how far it actually set. Okay, stop it. Turuviate. If you don't have actual numbers in the thousands of where everything sits, it doesn't matter what you eyeballed. It doesn't matter what your understanding is. It doesn't matter what you think you know. You need to have actual preload. You need to have end play. You need to have everything in thousands with a dial indicator. So there's a 2013 Boss for sale with the plastic still covering the interior, 126 miles on it. Yeah, what's that, $80,000? I'll pass on that. Dean Simmons says, I got a 17 VMP supercharged manual 6-speed, did a 2-3 pull, and afterwards my clutch pedal was stuck to the floor. That's normal. Clutch still worked with 25% travel distance, pulled the pedal up and everything is normal. What the fuck happened? Two things could have happened. Your spring, your clutch assist spring probably got bound up underneath, or your flywheel is is not disengaging properly, or the fluid. I'm leaning more towards the clutch assist spring. So get underneath Dean Simmons, pull it out with a set of pliers, and then see if that ever happens again. That's literally never happened again with any of my cars that I removed the clutch assist spring from. Straight Comedy says Ella swaps are gay. Hot Sauce 3T says Dean. Okay. Ended up doing the clutch reservoir and it solved the issue for me. There you go. Not going to Texas 2K? No, not going to Texas 2K. It won't catch me dead at Texas 2K ever again. Dean Simmons, you need to invest in an aftermarket clutch if you're still running the stock one. Try the spring first. I know a lot of people, try the spring first because it was cheap. Was going to avoid that expense, especially since it's only 650 horsepower. Again, Dean Simmons, get underneath. Try the clutch assist spring first, please. Saludos, pinche capitán de culitos, says Chiso, 660. Good enough torque is not sufficient. Right, Mike's Garage. That's what I mean. Like, I think Turriviate is falling in that trap where you assume a lot. You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. And you're like, oh, well, it looks like the same pattern that my buddy did it. And I looked in a horsepower TV and it looked just like the one from a 12 bolt that they did. And I think I'm okay, guys. Relax, guys. I'm okay. Look, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just let me put this X brace. Let me put this X brace and bar on this V6 that has a front end that has been smashed. Don't worry about it, guys. I got it covered. Just stay tuned, guys. You guys are just you're gonna be surprised as to what I can do. Wow. The spring is free. Exactly. It takes like 30 seconds to yank it out. Hey, Alex, just checking in and throwing in a like. My wife is in the hospital and needs all the prayers she can get. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Twisted in Georgia. Hope she pulls through. I'm not one of those guys that goes prayers. I say I hope she pulls through. I hope she, comes out of whatever is going on in a good way. But, that's all I can do. Prayers to me, when I see people ask for prayers, I go, I just hope she does well and pulls out of it. But the prayer thing, I just don't get. Beach Ruviati Racing, how close are you to Marshall, Texas? I have the dial indicator for doing rear end gears. Coyote Kelly, you're going to get sucked into the vortex. Then he's going to be hitting you up for advice. I have done the mistake, and I love you guys. I've done the mistake of answering some of your Instagram questions because, I'm bored. I'm watching football. By the way, go Niners. That was badass. And I am like, let me answer this guy's question. He has a real simple question. He goes, hey, Alex, I know you're really busy, and I just have a question. What would you get, a T56 or a Ben Calamer Stage 3? And I would say, well, with the Ben Calamer Stage 3, all you need to do is upgrade your clutch. You can use your shifter, your drive shaft, and your cross member. With a T56, you have to get everything: bell housing, clutch, cross member, shifter, and drive shaft. And then it becomes a long conversation. And I'm like, oh no. I replied to him. He thinks we're friends. He doesn't stop. He's sending me memes now. He's sending me memes at 1 a.m, then at 6 a.m, then at lunchtime, then at 2. I've learned from my mistakes. Does anyone have a good recommendation for a shop that can change a flywheel and clutch in Illinois? I don't know shit about Illinois. He's already laying the groundwork for excuses when it's broken, so he can say, yeah, but everyone said it should be good to go. Alex, did you ever think cars would beat so fast from the factory now when you were younger? Yeah. My father worked at a hot rod shop, and the owner used to be an old school hot rod guy where you had to open up the motor every time and do the thing. And he got a newer Camaro at the time, and he goes, in 10 years, this car is going to be slow. And we all thought it was a rocket ship. He goes, in 10 years, this car is going to be slow because it's getting, you can see that you don't need to do much to these cars. And he said it, aside from boost and race fuel, they pretty much come max effort from the factory. Whereas a Fox body you can improve on, a Camaro you can improve on, a Grand National you can improve on, So now the cars being as fast as they are, the one that threw the wrench into everything was electric. I knew the power of electric in my 30s, which is later in life. I saw how modern electric components work. And I'm like, God damn it. If you can harness that in a small package. And when I really started noticing this shit? When brushless motors started coming out in RC trucks. Everyone had the 0.28 and the 0.18 and the 0.15 and the point this and the big block nitro truck. And then a brushless Black Mamba motor would fucking take off, pass the truck that had a nitro motor. Then the guy would goose it and do a wheelie and pass. I'm like, what the fuck? That's when I said, oof, if you can scale this up to electric cars, that'll be a game changer. Boom, here we are about 10 years later. And that's exactly what they did. Yes, the S550 has a clutch of 6 spring. I'm going to send Alex memes all hours now. Please don't. Cars are supposed to be flying now. You're not wrong. In the Jetsons, if you guys saw the Jetsons, they had cities in the sky and flying cars. Spacely Sprockets. You used to work with Spacely Sprockets. And then you'd have Rosie the robot cleaning your shit, which is basically a Roomba. Crazy. Sucked into the void by messaging back and forth. HPJ is right outside of Illinois. Yeah, HPJ is one of the more legit shops I've seen. They've now delved into fabricating, which it'll be interesting to see because it's very difficult to make money fabricating. But they supposedly hired a guy that is legit, and they have a section of the shop, which is a huge shop, but they have a section of the shop that is dedicated maybe for cages, rear ends, front halves, this and this and that. It's very difficult to make money on that. Very difficult to make money on that. But I'd like to see, because they run a good business, I'd like to see how they end up managing that side of the business. Carney Black Hole. Beach Riviate is just careful. Don't drop the car on yourself. Some dumb shit. We have to keep you around. Exactly. Look at Nitro versus Electric and RC. Not even close. Not even close. It's not even a competition, guys. It's just ridiculous. HPJ is in Illinois. Hot Sauce, Belleville, Illinois, says Twisted 500. Milton, contact HPJ and work with Doug to schedule you and come down in and wait while they install it. And now these guys are telling each other where they're from. The Traxxas X01 that pulls over 100 miles an hour, 109 to be exact. Someone says, hey, Howlin. Who's he talking to? I have many friends that still work at Granite City Steel. What the fuck is this? Are you guys reminiscing about where the fuck you live? Fuck out of here with your bullshit. Oh, remember the times in Granite City suck my ass? I'm like, oh my God, shut up. It became a, did you go to high school with Steve? Oh, I played baseball with him. He hit a bomb one time. He hit a bomb. Fucking hit a bomb one time over the hot dog. Shut up. So Milton says, awesome, thanks. You're going to give him a call tomorrow. Dean Simmons says, hey, Alex, last dumb novice question. This is my third MT82 car, and I've never had a clutch issue. What are the obvious signs when a clutch is going bad? What you just experienced is 1. Clutch slipping is 2. Not being able to put the car in gear smoothly, meaning if you're at a light and you put it in first and the car lurches forward a little bit while you put it in first, something's not disengaging properly. Rami's eye down in the house. How you doing? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Rami. Boom. Sorry. I always forget. I should leave that up because I had the dating channel last night and I took that off. So 2 Auto Solutions, 859-948-6560. The guy pays a monthly fee to have that up there. So guess what? I'm going to keep that sign up there as long as possible. Just ask each other out already. Right. Oh, where'd you grow up? Oh, this Illinois. Remember this guy Mike who used to guy? Fuck, man. Reminiscing over a chat. Fuck all that bullshit. I might make this chat short because it's 10:30 and I'm already running out of I got a lot of shit to do today. I got to finish the 18 manifold truck install. The map sensor is kind of a pain in the butt on those things. And once I plugged everything back in, I had high circuit codes for the fuel rail sensor, but it was connected. So I'm like, I hope I didn't rip apart a harness somewhere back there. So I'm going to have to redo that and make sure that everything is kosher. So that's what I'll do. I'll go out there, hopefully finish the truck. Once the truck's done, go to the gym, do the thing, and hopefully I can do some draggy testing on the truck today because yesterday was raining all day. Do you consider buying a 60s era car an investment? No. I don't consider buying any car an investment unless it's a unless you can get a for sure high-end car real cheap. You know what I mean? Like if you could find a mint 93 Cobra for like $12,000, that's an investment. But if you're going to buy a 68 Camaro, and if it's just a 60s something, nothing special, not a RSSS, not a split bumper, not a 350, not a Shelby, it's not really much of an investment, to be honest with you. Yes, a motor-driven fire pump in the plant, thousands of hours of runtime with little to no maintenance. Oh my God. The fire pumps, and they got packing. You know what packing is. The packing that seals the water on the shaft. Oh my God. And it's that old school graphite packing. And that bitch has been running since 1955. Chilling. No problem. Pat the one, hot boy summer. It's funny when you go to a small town here in Texas and they still are proud of the state championship from the 70s, like Al Bundy. I scored 5 touchdowns back in Polk High School. 1/5 scale brushless motors are now 30 horsepower. Oh my God. 30 horsepower out of a Jesus. Any online shops you recommend to order my long tubes? Yeah, Beefcake Racing has been a long-standing sponsor of this channel. So hit up Beefcake Racing 100%. If you're headed out, have a great day, Alex. Not yet. A best place to get a ported Gen 3 heads for an NA build. I wouldn't port the heads. Why are you going to port the heads? What are you looking to gain from ported heads? 20 horse? Not going to happen. They already flow really good from the factory. Why are you going to port the heads? My Fairmont motor had ported heads. Didn't do a dick of difference. Didn't do shit. It made 900 on TVS, and I've seen TVSs make 900 on stock unported heads. I'm just like, that was a waste of money. Listen, Alex, with your clutch. I went to McLeod RST, MGW shifter, pulled the clutch assist spring out, had really bad lockup before. After install, no more problems. It's night and day difference. Buddy just bought a 93 notch with 8 miles for $65,000. That's stupid. Where can I buy packing that seals water to the shaft? Hey, yo. Chesterton. Chesterton has graphite packing. What up, bitch? Off topic, but you convinced me to jump to a S21 Ultra 5G phone from a Note 10 Plus and from T-Mobile to Verizon. So far, it's a beast. It is a beast of a phone. I must admit, the S21 Ultra, it is a fucking badass phone. Not only the camera, not only how it processes, it is so fucking fast. Bumble swipes on point. I'm out, Alex. Have a good day, says the hot sauce. Jesus Perez says KC526 still on lockdown. Apparently, she's still on lockdown. Robert Williams says, stepping back to believe yesterday's live, you were talking about dense and less dense air. I was tuned with Lund in California, and now I'm in Colorado elevation. Should I consider a retune? No. Now you have less air available, Robert Williams. So it's just going to make less power. Why would you need a retune for less air? Why would you need a retune for less air? If you buy a Ford Mustang from the Laurentian Abyss at the dealership, at the Laurentian Abyss Ford, do they ask you where you live and where you're going to take it? Welcome to Laurentian Abyss Ford. Let me ask you, where do you live? Colorado. Oh, well, you need a completely different tune. No, they're going to say, what's your credit score? 260? Perfect. Here's an 88% fucking loan. See you later. Don't need a retune. First wave of members should be getting our pregnant man emoji here soon. Let's hope. If not, I'll have to make it happen sooner. Alex, have you seen the special edition C806? Don't care. Found out a V6 SN95 in the woods with a tree growing out of the trunk. I'm going to grassroots build this thing. Just you wait. Could you imagine? Could you imagine you go to the woods and you actually see a fucking Mustang with literal trees, growing out of it, and you call it Bocephus or whatever the fuck he called this car? Alexander the Great's horse. Stop it. I think he thought that was a cool name. Cuck money wins the fucking 87% liked the term cuck money. People don't realize that the car has People don't realize that the car has the ability to sense and learn. It's called the mass airflow sensor. It brings in the air temp, density, and it fuels properly. Why would you need a retune when there's less air available? What do you want, more timing because there's less air? I don't understand why you would need. It's already scaled that way. In the early 90s, bought a 69 Mach 1 from a couple getting a divorce for $1,500. Drove the car home, still have it. That's an investment. When that's the only way a car is worth any decent money, when you're getting it from a split, a divorce, a garage sale. Look, some of you guys have found garage finds that you know are worth big money, and you almost feel like you're stealing it from the guy. Some of us have a conscience, some of us don't. Some of us go, sure, $500 for a numbers matching KR full of dust? Sure, no problem. GT500, green, yeah. Jesus. I have a stock PP1 and add the long tube. Someone is offering me a Boss 302 manifold for $300. Would it make any difference saving for boost? I have a stock PP1, gonna add the long tubes. Someone is offering me a Boss 302 manifold for $300. Would it make any difference? It'll make difference up top. Yeah, for high RPM. Think of it as moving your power curve to the right, like on a dyno. On a dyno, you move your power curve to the right. So meaning you make power at high RPMs with an 18 manifold or a Boss manifold. So that's where you'll benefit 100%. Bucephalus. Save for boost, says Casey Watson. Oh, wow. Look at that Falcon in the tree over there. Stop it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the whole car game now. It's become so stupid, similar to houses. Like, the only way you can get into a house now is if you live in Sebring or some ghetto or somewhere super bad that you hope turns out to be super good. I've looked into that. I've looked into buying a house way out there, like an hour away from West Palm. And I might have to do that if I want a home with a lot of quiet, a decent amount of land where I'm generally left alone and the taxes aren't through the fucking roof. But anywhere in Palm Beach County, you're going to pay big money. Whenever I put it in gear nowadays, says Dean Simmons, as I'm putting it in gear, I feel a little feedback through the shifter. That's normal. Feedback, aka resistance or something. I don't know how to explain it, what it feels like. That's normal. It's not a big deal. Pat the One says, Maintenance Girl is overdue to rejoin the live stream. She'll probably be back next week. If she wants some of this bitch on next week, she could come through on a Wednesday, have a little live stream, have some food, dig her down, send her on her way. Good time. 13 to 14 GT500 or 16 to 17 GT350. Well, one of them is supercharged and has a pretty robust engine. The other one is a GT350. So it's up to you. Torviate should name his car Roots Built. I guess Snap-Off finally understood the assignment. Boom, bye-bye, says Okeechobee. Okeechobee or somewhere in the I don't want to say Belglade because god damn it, that sucks. But yeah, it's got to be in the surrounding areas. And I'll show you the areas that I mean because I don't want to move to Sebring, bro. Fuck all that. I don't want to move that far away to try to get into a house, but where I live now, it is ridiculous. Like so ridiculous. It's not even funny. And let me look up Palm Beach County. Palm County. Because this is where you want to live. If you're thinking about moving to Florida, this is where you want to live. Palm Beach County. All this shit. Boop, boop, boop. This is all Palm Beach County. So boom, bye-bye. Something like a South Bay, Belglade. But the problem is Belglade is full of Mexicans that work in the sugarcane fields. Pahokee, Canal Point. Where's Okeechobee at? Yeah, Okeechobee's up here. And that's not even Palm Beach County. That's like, I don't even know what county that is. St. Lucie County or Okeechobee County. Who the fuck knows? But this is that big reservoir, Lake Okeechobee. So if I want to stay in Palm Beach County, I don't have that many options. It's going to be Lake Harbor. It's going to be, fuck. That's it. Belglade. There ain't shit. You see what I mean, guys? There ain't shit out here. This is all sugarcane fields everywhere, 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 everywhere. Then you get to where I live, and it's all houses and houses and houses and developments and shit and stuff and things and crap, and all the coast is full of just craziness. Then you go boop out to Beeline Boulevard and go to the track, and there ain't shit out there. Crazy. So yeah, buying a house now, it's like buying a car. You're going to overpay for something that might not be worth it in about 3 or 4 years. Monty 540 says, yep, my house has doubled in value in New Hampshire. The crypto market crashed so hard you can hear McDonald's applications in short notice. Wow. Bucephalus sounds like a VD that only Hank Williams can get. Howlin', good one. Jared Wells says, when maintenance girl's on the chat, it's always good. She gives good advice. Yeah, she's all right. She gets it. She gets it. She's like, I'm a busy professional woman. I am about, my money and making sure. She's stacking her paper. And then she goes, this guy can dick me down good and he doesn't have emotions. Perfect. What up, everyone? I'm under minus 197, pulling my rusty diff axle housing. Got it. Someone said you could see someone else got barely into the 8s and he feels like he's the best. Come on, E-Rock. You know the deal with that whole fucking crew. We went 8s fucking 3 years ago, or 8s 2 years ago, and with a stock blower. So it's just like whatever. Let them enjoy their second place trophy. Can't wait to get down to county for vacay. The water is amazing down there. Andrew Howard says, Magnum swap kits should be here in a few weeks. Watched a bunch of your videos when you had the Magnum and US 197s, and I can't believe people don't do research before they spend the money on something like that. Why not Port St. Lucie? Because it's Port St. Lucie. I don't like Port St. Lucie. But, okay. You know how Port St. Lucie exploded in houses recently, but it doesn't have any infrastructure. Like, there's nowhere to go to, like, you can go to like Port St. Lucie West and grab a bite somewhere and maybe downtown Stewart or old downtown Stewart. And it's okay, but it's not, you know how it is. It's not West Palm area where you can get a fucking burger at midnight. You can get a coffee at 4 a.m, a good Cuban coffee at 4 a.m. It's not that you need to do that, but you can do that. Port St. Lucie, you can't do shit. After 9 p.m., everything shuts down. By the dip. I drove from Fort Myers to Orlando last week. A lot of poverty. Oh my God, yeah. Fort Myers to Orlando is trash. It's literally meth houses. It sucks in that area. I drove from Fort, I already got that. Thinking about moving to Florida from Toronto, Canada. Prices are insane. 1-car garage bungalow, $1 million here, and the winters are starting to kill me. My thoughts exactly, says E-Rock. The goose speaks for itself without saying a word. Not just the goose. Evo's car. Evo's car was running 8s 2 years ago. And it's been like 830s now. I'm just like, come on. Stop it. Good morning from Hialeah, says 60 Series John. What the fuck you doing in Hialeah? Man, you're crazy. That whole crew is full of snakes. E-Rock. Oh, you're not kidding. And Mendoza's Coyote says, hi, Alex. How you doing? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's about an hour and 13 minutes of a show. I don't want to just linger on and just talk about nothing. I just wanted to, first of all, talk about what happened at Desert 1320's video. Go watch it. Part 1 and Part 2. I think you'll understand why, to me, the street racing scene is nothing I have any interest in, and things like that just reiterate and enforce that thought process. Then we talked about Mr. Turoviate, one of the better, I don't know, not OG, but one of the better peasant chat subject matters to talk about, because I think he's dead serious. I really thought he was a troll, but I think he is absolutely dead serious about that whole build. We talked about his rear end incursion, his potential roll cage install. I can't wait to see updates. All right, guys, I am out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m., YDBT Dailies, talk a little shit. I'm trying to lock in Ben Stoner to do a 1-hour interview, not live, pre-recorded, because I told you guys I wanted to start making interview style videos. I got David Clunkerton, I got Ben Stoner, and we're gonna have someone like a Brian Luna and other people on for an hour interview, and I'm gonna try to get you a couple of those a week and then sprinkle in some videos. I'm gonna do a video today. If everything goes well with the F-150, I'll have a video of the install, not too intense, just hey, I installed it, and the draggy test after that to see if it makes any difference. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the football today. A couple of games on today. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 p.m., YDBT Dailies, for another shit-talking session. Have a good rest of your weekend. See you guys later.